I've been changing so much the surroundings that I'm now on the stage of kind of trying to make everything work around them, and at the same time using some colors of the background on them too. And then
you're still working with getting structure and repetition and rhythm and connection.
Yeah, that takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of looking at other paintings to see how everything could work together, and to identify each of the parts and try to be able to represent them properly without losing the unity of all the parts.
Which is why you're progressing slowly, or
progressing. Sorry.
Yeah, going forward with the painting, not in the metaphysical sense.
Yes.
Like progressing.
Yeah. And then you move there, and then you have to bring everything down again, and well, you know, that's a kind of eternal thing going on, and going back to it again and again. Well, yeah. So.
Because the figures have not basically been altered, right?
Not so much. Well, the color of the drapery here, yes. Some of the shape of the figure here as well. The foot has changed. There was another foot here. But the main structure, no. That's it.
Yeah.
So that I know. But what happens in between? Yeah, those are the surprises that appear when you're actually working on it. You have a sort of a plan on the beginning, main structure, figure, okay, but then you see it actually while you're working on it, and you have to change some stuff.
And it's great to see how you're using the ground, sanding the ground, using it all the time. Of course, it's a question of how it will look in the end, obviously, but
yes,
it's so wonderful when you can expand your technique to include as many different things as possible within. I mean, as long as they serve a purpose.
Of course. Should this look a bit more like a stone thing?
Exactly.
So some of the roughness there, I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, hold it. Is it moving here?
Yeah, well, it always moves a bit.
Exactly. So you adjust the application of paint, or what you do, to what the material should be. You don't use a fine hairbrush for the for the freeze there. You can use your sandpaper quite a bit.
Yeah, quite a lot to build up the figures.
Yeah.
Then you give them some sort of
you've almost not
done anything there.
Just on sandpaper.
Yeah.
But my God, it's easy.
But yeah, okay, but to get there, it's not that easy. And yeah, but that's a tricky thing, that what we were talking, like seeing things on shapes or patterns in nature, and then you want to represent it on the canvas, and then you see the pattern, but maybe other people don't see actually the sculptures there.
Yeah.
So you have to be a bit more faithful to actually nature rather than your perception of the pattern.
Yeah.
So
it cannot only satisfy you.
No, and normally sometimes you get on the place when it just satisfies you.
Yeah.
And then it's not enough.
That's I guess why apparently Leonardo invited people in, like normal people who don't paint.
Yeah.
And to critique his work.
It's so important. Yeah, because
if they don't understand those things, then you have to. Well, of course, that can go too far too, obviously. But I mean, you're painting it for someone for an audience.
If someone doesn't see the sculpture there, or they don't see the space between one figure and another, I mean, there's actually you have a problem. But you see it. You say, but it's obvious, but it's not. So
it's what I thought of when I painted it.
yes.
Why are you so insensitive?
Okay, yeah.
Not to see it.
It's so hard.
Okay. What are you thinking about now? Just small things all over, or is it some specific thing that sort of annoys you, or is it just small trying out things?
Yeah, this is. It's kind of it goes very slow now.
Yeah.
It's like trying glazing, take it out, see how it works with the all things together. So it's kind of all over the place, bringing everything together as best as possible, and I'm not sure how.
Yeah.
So I had to just sit there, glaze, take a risk there, and take some stuff out, bring something in again. So this is a kind of a hard part in which.
Would you sometimes? I've seen. Oh no, don't do that. At least when I was a student. Sometimes he would have the painting photographed.
Oh, yeah.
And then print it out on photo paper, and then paint on it, and sit and try out things. Of course, if you have it like in the size of the palm of your hand, it gets more compressed. You see it more clearly what the different elements are, and you can, instead of moving a whole leg, you can do a little stroke on that photo, on photo paper, and just try out if there are big things that you need to change. But I guess in any case, you're not at a place where you need to make great changes.
No, but that's a great. That's a very smart. That's a very great tool. I have not used it. I just recently done something similar, like to see the photo of a painting, and to make an extension of that painting. I just kind of. Instead of doing it
all the big work
and then see it and say no, it doesn't work, let's take it out. So in that case I'm doing it, and it worked. So now I have to make an extension of another composition. But that's a very good tool, I think, to avoid going to the nightmare of making it and realizing that it doesn't work.
It's if you wonder if that arm suddenly should be here, then it's better to test it out in a small format. I mean, you could just make a drawing too, of course.
Well, yes,
but
it's not.
In any case, try it out in a small scale first, or that's a possibility at least.
To make the big changes. Maybe I should have done that with the landscape and everything around, but. Now I think it's.
It's also a question how big the actual canvas is. So, but what are you thinking here? Is there any specific idea compositionally like this here? Why these specific places? Or are you also then just trying that out?
It's until now it has been mostly trying it out and see some rhythm that could. Give some structure, since these lines are quite hard, so I wanted to put something that could give some stability there, but I might twist or bend some of the.
Because right now, obviously, as if it should have been finished now, it would be very clear horizontal and verticals. Too much, but of course it's. You're figuring it out. So.
I'm figuring out. So so that some of those might still be there, but then I will maybe bend something, break a bit this kind
That's
of.
That's where you can look at Hartvig again, because he always does this thing about where it's this little off angle,
and that I think it might be good to bring something of that. In here, So,
because I mean, obviously, as it stands now, you get very clear sort of rectangles and squares.
Yeah.
But you have to start somewhere.
Yeah, I know. So that's the.
Oh my god. You have to really think like chess, like 4, 5, 6 draws in the future. Right?
Yeah. So then.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
So I could say kind of on the middle way.
Yeah.
And then it has a long way until I get something that will work.
Yeah.
But at least now I know the basic, how you call it, base
structure,
skeleton
of it. Yeah.
Skeleton of it.
Yeah.
And then bring to make everything softer and work better. That's the next step.
Thank you for checking out this video from the School of Apelles. To watch the full video and access our premium library, go to caveofapelles.com/subscribe and become a $10 patron. That's caveofapelles.com/subscribe.